Shares of Disney are down more than 40% since 2021, while shares of Warner Brothers Discovery are down more than 80%, including a 10% post-earnings drop today. So, which falling knife do you want to catch, and which one do you let hit the floor? Our next guests disagree, which means it's time for a bullfight. Needham's Laura Martin has a buy rating on Disney, but says it's too early to get into Warner Brothers, while TD Cowen's Doug Creutz says opportunity in WBD, but is more cautious on Disney. Laura, perhaps my falling knife joke wasn't fair to Disney. It is up 19% year to date, but why do you like it here?
We just recently upgraded the Walt Disney Company after 5 years at a hold. We went to a buy recently, right on their earnings, actually. I really like what Bob Iger is doing here now. I like the ESPN joint venture a lot. I like the fact he keeps having cost cutting more and more and more. So he's going to exceed his $7.5 billion of cost cutting. We have a new chief financial officer there from Amazon. That empire really comes at free cash flow growth as their primary metric. So I think we're going to get over delivery of profitability and free cash flow growth. And you've got the parks. So whereas Warner Brothers is sort of pure play, the melting ice cube of linear TV, at Disney, half their revenue comes from parks. So you're sort of hedged. One can be working and one can't be. You don't have all your eggs in one basket.
Okay, so Doug, give me the best case scenario on WBD.
Yeah, so, I think if you look at Disney and Warner, they're sort of 1A and 1B in terms of having the best content libraries, the best content creation engines. Warner is trading exceedingly cheaply at about 6 times EBITDA. Disney's, 2x that. And I think even if you were to say the parks business is worth a higher multiple, which it probably is, I think Disney's content business is still selling at a premium to Warner's. Warner has said that they're going to get their DTC business to $1 billion in EBITDA next year. They're the only major media company to put out a DTC earnings target of more than break even. And I think that speaks to the strength of their product. They're also in the middle of deleveraging. And as they deleverage the balance sheet, the value accretes to the equity very quickly.
Okay, Laura, so what if I tried to make this a bear fight in a way? Because sometimes the answer is neither. There's a reason why Nelson Peltz is, on Bob Iger's case right now. And in a way, Disney's got to compete with some deep pockets in Apple, Amazon, Alphabet for distribution that it didn't have to compete with before. What's going to be the first clear sign that this Iger-led turnaround is working?
So the key word, because I agree 100% with you, it is very hard to compete with Apple and Amazon and Alphabet, but they are distribution. And what you have here at Disney is world-class IP and world-class storytelling. So that's what you have to see. And both of these companies their core business is making content. My opinion is Warner Brothers is unproven under current management, because a lot of people left from the traditional under AT&T's ownership. But at Disney, you sort of have the same crew, although, and Iger's back, and he really is a content guy. So if you had to bet on one guy making great content over the next 2 years with $10 billion spent on content, excluding sports, I think you'd bet on the Walt Disney Company with its Marvel and Star Wars franchises, and you wouldn't really bet as much on Warner until the Discovery guys can prove they can do the big budget films. So far, they're really hit and miss.
Well, I might personally bet on Comcast, but that's because I work for CNBC, which is owned by Comcast. So I'll throw that in there. Doug, tell me about why you think this management team at Warner Brothers is up to this task. How much depends on how much they're willing to spend on direct to consumer, which might just be lighting money on fire?
Well, the lighting money on fire happened under AT&T, and David Zaslav put a stop to that pretty quickly. They're still willing to take big swings on good projects. They've got Dune 2 coming out next weekend. It's got a 98% positive rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Clearly, they hit the mark on quality there. Laura alluded to the fact that, Iger is a proven commodity, but he's also going to be out of there in 2 years if they stick to their plan.
Do they ever stick to their plan on Iger leaving, Doug?
Yeah, well, they've been trying to replace him for 10 years and haven't found the right person yet. So, it is a pretty big question mark. Dave Zaslav hired James Gunn and Peter Safran to run DC. That's an asset that had massively underperformed for them compared to what Disney's been able to do with Marvel. And I think that was a bit of an inspired hire. James Gunn really knows the content, loves the content, and Safran's a very proven producer. So I do think that the DC part of the business, which really underperformed in 2023, is going to get a lot better in starting in 25.